Hello, Libra. Welcome to your reading. We're going to take a look at what's happening next in love for you. What's the situation that my Libras are dealing with? We are in August right now, so this is whenever this gets to you in August, for the rest of August. And let's go. And plus, I'll look at each zodiac sign, Aries through Pisces. So if you do have somebody specific on your mind, I dive deep on the individuals. And I will see their thoughts, feelings, intentions, or any challenges that you might be having with them as well. Plus, if you hang out to the end, which helps my video, but I will do a bonus yes, no card pull if you have a question on your mind. All right, so let's take a look at what the cards have for you today for my Libras. Yay. All right, Libra, good morning, good morning. I am live, so it's nice to see you guys coming in. Libras, and to all my Libras yesterday that were there during the live stream with Archer and sent me some love for my son to pass his test. He did. He's a Libra rising. I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you. All right, so let's see the energy. What's the current energy that you're dealing with in a love situation? All right, we have, well, the 10 of Wands, right? So somebody's stressing you out, or situation stressing you out. Now we have the 3 of Cups here, right? So that's a very positive energy. All right, somebody likes your company. You felt really good with somebody, or you just like being around somebody. You want to see where something goes. It's like we seem to chill. We seem to get along when we're having conversation. When it's you and I, or just a couple people, we seem to be on the same page. You act a different way, though, when we're in other situations. That just came through, too. It's like 1 minute you're giving me a vibe, and then the next minute it seems like something's off, and it's really stressing you out. Your person might be stressing out too. They might be, I'm liking this. I'm liking you. I'm digging you, Libra, right? And I've got feelings for you, because we keep kind of throwing hints at each other. And, Libra, you're not somebody that can't read through a hint. I mean, you're pretty damn smart, and it's like, there's something there. There's something there for the 3 of Cups to be showing up. So what's the problem? It's like, I want to keep vibing with you like this. I want to keep the feelings there, but I kind of want to, keep things a little bit more lighthearted. That's my word for this card. It's like, I just want to, have a good time. I want to hang out. This is love, though. This has a love feeling around it. It's not a play. I just want to play, unless, of course, the devil comes out and says, a couple drinks in and we're having a really good time. That's a different story. So it does seem like there's somebody you're dealing with here too. You got a Virgo energy showing up for you. So you're dealing with this person, right? That, goes their own way. They go ghost, right? It seems like 1 minute, everything's going great, right? And this could be you too, right? Because this is just the energy of the situation I'm dealing with. Like sometimes you just want to be alone. Sometimes, you're just not sure where you want things to go. And so you back up a little bit, or you're dealing with somebody who does this. It's like, you seem so distant from me. What happened? We were just having a good time. We're having fun. And then, there's space now. There's so much, we back up, right? So it looks like, there's something here. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it looks like feelings, or, somebody who likes to spend more time to themselves. And it might be a little bit older. So there could be an age gap here too, where somebody's more set in their ways, and it could be overthinking. All right. So do we bring this back to the basics? Do we bring this back down a notch and just say, all right, let's just kind of go with the flow and chill, because there is room for this to grow. And sometimes, the Hermit card is just, don't get caught up in the drama. If there's some drama, sometimes you got more people around. There could be, other people, hanging out, when you're around friends, or you're around other people, or another person comes into the situation, all of a sudden shit changes. Why are you acting different? Why are you going quiet? What's going on here? You know, this kind of disturbance. And it just feels it's like it's too new, it's too shaky. And we're going to dive into this person here, but it does look like it's going some way. It just looks like a person here gets awkward or pulls away when they're not 100% sure, you know, what they want or what they're doing. All right. And I am seeing, though, take the high road, you know, don't get pulled into any drama or this, you know, try to look past this, because I'm getting a different vibe from this person, even though I can feel that there's a lot of responsibility and there's something weighing on either you or this person. All right. So let's take a look at your current energy specifically and the challenge in your person. So you're coming through as the Queen of Pentacles, you know, pretty stable, reliable, you know, you working on your shit, you know, you're looking good, you know, you're cautious though. Right, so we are seeing this earthy energy. You're very independent. You do your own thing. You don't need anybody's help most of the time, you know, or you don't think you do, or you don't want it. Right? You're just like, yeah, I've got my shit together, and I'm just looking for somebody to match my frequency, especially a queen. All right, I'm looking for somebody who's responsible. I'm looking for somebody who reliable, stability. Right? I want some emotional and relational stability and financial stability. It could even be that too. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's like we're all pulling our weight here, but you pull together, we can go a lot further, right? So you're showing up as a queen in your energy, Libra, a freaking queen. I don't care if you're male or female, but you know, a queen of pentacles though can also be somebody who's so independent that it's hard to change your ways as well too. You want everything to be the way you want it, and you are good at making everything around you, you know, turn to what it is you want. You know how to make everything comfortable. You know how to design it, you know, your world, your 3D reality. You're like, all right, this is what makes me feel good. This is what I want. But this can also be kind of a controlling energy, and it can also be like, I'm afraid to step out of my comfort zone when things get too wobbly or unstable, right? So it's hard for sometimes a Queen of Pentacles to release control and just allow things to be a little bit more lighthearted, go a different route, try something new, you know, try to bring some more light to a situation and not get sucked into any drama. All right, because it looks like potentially the light is shining on this Three of Cups. So it feels like you've got some support around you. You've got support from somebody. You have somebody who feels you, who has love, you know, has felt the connection. But what's the challenge that I'm picking up at? I've got the Five of Swords. All right. So, oh my God, the Five of Swords energy. It's like there's constant, you know, confusion. There's like, this is my headache card. This is you need to do this, you need to do that. This person needs to do this, or you're saying this, or I'm reading into this. This person was looking at me this way. This person said this, and now I'm wondering if they meant this. What did that word say? Why did they send this text? Why was the text so short? Mine was so long. What the heck's going on? Or they said something, they're acting different to me. So now the Five of Swords is, I'm going to point fingers and say, you're acting funny, you're acting weird, you're acting different, this isn't working. And it just seems like a bunch of drama going back and forth between each other. And it could be other people too. You know, it's other people's, you know, kind of saying, giving their opinions. It's like, you know, we do have several people around you with that Three of Cups. It shows a lot of people trying to be loving and trying to be supportive and trying to help you out. And it looks like we're all just trying to get along here. Can we all just get along and move on from this? So sometimes just taking a little bit of space back, a little bit of breather will help with this Five of Swords, because it looks like right now on your side, you're kind of reading into a situation too, and maybe getting too much in your head about what's really happening here. All right, so your person we're seeing is the Two of Wands. All right, so I am seeing here there's, there's an opening here. It's like this person wants to see where things are going with you. All right, but the Two of Wands can say, I'm kind of at a crossroads, Libra. I'm making changes in my life, and I'm, it's like we can keep, going down the same storyline, or we can try something new, but it also gives me the energy that this is fairly new, right? With this Two of Wands and the Three of Cups. It's like, I really do like being around you. I want to hang out with you, right? But sometimes I go back and forth from where's this going, or what do I want to do? I mean, I do see an introverted single person, a person who likes to be away from the crowd. All right. So if you're somebody who wants to always socialize, or do your own thing, or be a part of something, you might be dealing with somebody who is misunderstanding you. Now, we are seeing that your person here too, the challenge is the Five of Swords. They may be reading into you, every little decision you make, every little move you make, because you're overthinking, and both of you sitting here going back and forth are just not meeting eye to eye right now. And it does seem like it's because somebody pulls away when we're around other people, or when things start to get too tight, or, we've spent enough time, talking or socializing or hanging out. And now I'm not sure where things are going next. So I pull back a little bit. All right. What does this person want with this connection? I see the Ace of Cups. I mean, this person is being pulled towards you. They have their hand open. They have their heart open. There is love here. There's a doorway saying, you've got my heart. You have a space. You have a spot in my heart. I'm truly interested in this connection. All right. So why is this, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. I was going to say for the Hermit card. And this is saying, I'm just very serious. I'm very cautious, and I'm very cautious about, even you, this is, you have a fun, kind of loving attitude, or, kind of a lackadaisical even attitude at times, and it might be confusing, might be making this person feel a little bit cautious or overwhelmed with the way things are going. Now, and things could be moving fast for some of you. The Two of Wands does show like things are getting heated. There's so much potential. We both think about each other. We both want to move forward, but there's something holding this up, and we've got to slow down here. The path's not 100% clear yet, but can we just back up a little bit? This person definitely sees you as somebody who's worth the investment. You're Queen of Pentacles, all right? But we are seeing here the confusion when it comes to the Five of Swords. It's like I am seeing that this is very much a beginning phase. Even if it's a reconciliation, it's saying, hey, we just are getting started again. We got to slow down here. Maybe there is distance between the two of you, all right? And we're making plans, but it's one step at a time here. I'm definitely it feels as though this person wants to see things through with you, wants to see the end game with you. All right. I have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is somebody that feels very comfortable when they're with you. But if they're throwing you off a little bit, and you're feeling like, hey, when we're together, you act differently than when we're apart, right? This is your person is just a quiet lone wolf, doing their own thing. And they are kind of flopping back and forth between, do I want this connection? Do I want to get serious so quickly? Or I just want to make sure I've got all my ducks in a row, and I want to make sure this is what I really want, and that we're compatible. Because this Five of Swords and the Four of Swords is telling me that the two of you pull each other into arguments and disagreements faster than anybody I've seen. The Four and Five of Swords is like overreacting, reading into stuff. And reactions are like, it's like, take a step back and breathe before you start thinking the worst case scenario when this person says something, or when something crosses your mind. You might be thinking somebody is, they're not texting you for an hour, and you've got 50 million scenarios in your head, and this person hasn't even thought about one thing. They're taking a shower, or doing something, playing a video game, who knows, right? But it's like the stories and the reactions, and the two of you get pulled into disagreements really quickly. And it's usually over small little things that you guys are misreading, or you're looking at something somebody said or did, and you both are getting put on guard, and you're attacking one another with accusations or assumptions. And just stress. This is a very stressful energy, whenever somebody pulls away, or there's any kind of weird feeling somebody gives. All right, so why is this happening? We have the Ten of Swords. All right. And I also have the Judgment card. It looks like one of you or both of you are getting very triggered. All right. The Ten of Swords is talking about a lot of pain from the past. All right. It happens, and it's going to keep showing up in readings all the time, especially when the Ten of Swords. Somebody is either feeling judged or gets judged really quickly, or something from the past comes up. Or somebody shows up from the past. This could be a third-party situation comes into the picture, or somebody brings up the past, somebody talks about the person they just left, or you guys had a split and now you're getting back together, and you guys just, both of you get quickly triggered by the thought of, oh, this happened, or is this going to happen again, or I see a red flag. You guys are just both very anxious and anticipating the worst case scenario. When I am seeing here the Ace of Cups, that your person here is saying, I've got love for you. I wouldn't be here or keep showing up back in this picture if I didn't want to see on some level where this would go. But every time we try to reconnect, or every time we are, something comes up, we push each other away so quickly. It's a defense mechanism that both of us are doing. So we have to make, both of us, or one, takes one, make the decision to not judge a situation based off of our first reaction. Breathe before we respond to a text, or breathe before we believe that something in our head is actually the truth. All right, and sometimes it is. What does Spirit want you to know? I see the Emperor card. The Emperor card is saying, take a step back, right? Breathe, right? Analyze the situation. This is making peace, all right? So deciding to make peace with your own shadows, your own shit, your own triggers, and allowing things to unfold. The Emperor card is saying confidence. It's like we have a chance here to build something stable with each other. All right. This person respects you and keeps coming to you because, or you're around this person because there's something that you guys need from each other, or really see in each other a future. All right. And the Knight of Pentacles is saying we've both kind of mapped out and planned, or saw ourselves, building something for the future. All right. So the Emperor card is saying that this is a chance. There's a chance here for this relationship to unfold and build into something more stable. All right. So for signs, I have Virgo. I have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is really strong. And I have an Aries energy here showing up for you. But I will look at each zodiac. And I do see that the Ten of Wands is, we're making this really heavy. We're making this harder than it really has to be, and it's like we can just kind of drop down some of these wands and take a step back and just breathe. And the Three of Cups is saying, let's just try to enjoy one another's company. This could be a reconciliation coming in for some of you. I'm manifesting it for you, but it also could be good times coming in, and you guys are testing each other. You're testing each other's patience, that's for sure. All right, so let's let's see. I forgot to put the pin up because I normally do all signs today, but we did a really long one yesterday. But I am going live for the super chats, and I'm sorry I didn't even put the link in. I don't have it. Oh, wait a minute here. Share. All right, I got it. Thank you for that. Let's look at Aries through Pisces. And I want to use these cards. All right, so this is Aries through Pisces. Give me a minute to shuffle the cards, and I will look at their thoughts, feelings, and see what their intentions are. Any messages from them, and the challenge, right? All right, this is for Libra. Libra connecting to each zodiac sign, Aries through Pisces. We want to see thoughts, feelings, any messages, challenges, and potential for each zodiac sign. Please be clear, Spirit. Make sure to meditate. If you want the sun, moon, rising, Venus, try not to pick too many. It could confuse you. All right, this is the last one. All right, here we go. So you have an Aries, you have a 10 of Pentacles, you have the 5 of Cups, and you have the King of Swords. All right. So you may be feeling like you need to distance yourself, right? You're feeling like there's a chance that, you know, this isn't going to work out. You know, the 5 of Cups shows me that you guys are dealing with a separation of some sort, whether that means you haven't talked in a few days or it's been a while. But they see a future with you, the 10 of Pentacles. This is somebody that has thought about you a lot. This is somebody here that has thought about long-term with you and was invested in the idea of it. Now, you guys may be triggering each other, right? Or, you know, you've hurt or something's happened. But the 5 of Cups can be like, this is something we can resolve. You're always on an Aries mind, right? They can be a little stubborn at times and maybe they don't want to admit they're wrong about something. But this conjunction is saying you guys will join forces again. This is going to strengthen your relationship more than it was before, especially with that 10 of Pentacles. Taurus, we have the 2 of Wands, we have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the Sun card again. So you're focusing on the negative here when it comes to a Taurus. You definitely make them want to be a better person. You make them take a look at, you know, what they really want in life. There's a lot of love here. We got Venus energy here. I mean, Libra, that's your energy, and that's Taurus's energy. You guys connect. There's a beautiful relationship forming here. You guys are very attracted to each other. The Sun card, you feel very drawn to each other, and you guys light each other up. But when you're not together, there's a separation anxiety, or there's a doubt, there's insecurities that come up, and there's a feeling of rejection because your Taurus here may have to close something from the past, right? They have the 2 of Wands, or there may be some distance, or they take their time, or they're hesitant before they reach out, or whatever it is. It seems like you may focus on the worst case scenario, and things are turning out really beautiful or have a potential to turn into something very soul soothing with you guys. Gemini, we have the Moon card, we have the 4 of Swords, and we have the 9 of Pentacles. So let's see what's going on. There's a long distance relationship here with you and Gemini. All right, and it's really triggering you. There's a lot of pain. You know, it feels as though you guys trigger each other. They go in and out of conversation. They leave you hanging. The Moon card, they doubt sometimes where this could go. I have feelings for you. I dream about you. I definitely, when we connect, I like talking to you. But then they go silent on you, and this really triggers you. And the 9 of Pentacles is saying stay focused on yourself right now. There's a lot of distance between the 2 of you, so you got to continue doing you. But you're staying focused on them, and you're staying single and not seeing what else is out there, and you don't even know yet what's really going to happen with a Gemini. I'm not going to say there's no potential here. There's like a hermit energy here, but there's a long road ahead of you. And there's a lot of pain that goes back and forth because they may leave you on red or don't answer your call all the time. So this can be a very wishy-washy type of relationship. But anything's possible. Nothing is set in stone with this Moon card here. Cancer, we have Queen of Pentacles, we have the Hermit card, and we have the 2 of Swords. What the heck? I check on you from afar, and I dream about you. All right, so a Cancer here, very independent, goes their own way, kind of a loner. There's long distance between you guys, or some distance, or they ghosted you. They're very torn. They might be in another relationship. There is another queen showing up here, but their heart and their mind is still on you, and they still pay attention to you. Right? They're very attracted to you, and they're very confused on what to do because they still haven't been able to let go of you. So there could be no silence right now, but it doesn't look like this path is over yet. Leo, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Four of Wands, right? So Leo hasn't been very honest about their feelings for you. There's a lot of fights, arguments, and conflict, right? And judgmental energy. You guys spying on each other. You guys being very critical and, poking at each other. And but the Six of Cups is saying it's mutual. You both have feelings for each other, but they're not being 100% honest with you. There is a reunion coming in. There is still some challenges between the two of you because you need them to be honest with you, and you are constantly feeling like they're lying about something. So there will be a reconciliation, but there still feels like you're dealing with some challenges when it comes to the truth, being honest with me. I know we have something here, but even though the Six of Cups is here, it can also say we have some shitty memories because you can't be honest either. All right. So we have Virgo, Three of Wands, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Three of Swords. All right. Virgo's like, come on, we've got this. I still have some growing to do. Give me some time. And I see you feel like home to me. All right. We're going through a separation right now, but I'm still very attracted to you, and I see a future with you. All right. You're still on my mind. I know there's got to be still something there. The Three of Wands says, we're kind of putting the pieces together right now. Maybe we are at a little bit of a distance, but we are, and there will be an amends. We will find our way to heal this, whatever this is. I just have to grow up a little bit, do my own thing a little bit, and figure out my own story. And then it looks like we're going to find ourselves back together again. It feels like family between you and a Virgo. Libra, you have the King of Cups. You have the Eight of Cups, and you have the Page of Swords. So you think another Libra is moving on, or Libra, you feel like you should move on, but you can't. Your mind's on somebody. All right. I am so sorry. We have an apology coming in, and we see a transition. We see you and another Libra. You have deep feelings for each other, but you both kind of are runners. All right. I'm calling both of you out now. All right. You get triggered real easy, and you go, nope, oops, I'm out, and then yet you are eyeballing or wanting to talk to somebody, right? You get something and then you run. You get close to somebody, and then, you might have some trust issues, right? You got the King of Cups right there. You're afraid to get hurt, right? You really love somebody and you're afraid to get hurt, right? And the Eight of Cups, though, is saying your Libra is mirroring you. Neither of you can really move on from each other, but you guys keep acting like you are okay with it. And the Page of Swords, and I am so sorry. It shows one of you is going to crack and apologize. And it's wearing you guys out. And it looks like you guys are going to make some plans for the future. It might be a slow renewal, but you definitely find each other worth it and feel a deep bond. Scorpio, Wheel of Fortune. We have the Magician, and we have the Seven of Cups. So like magic, Scorpio here has you on their mind. It might feel like a Scorpio is all around, goes around, 1 minute's this, 1 minute's that. All right. Sometimes you think maybe they're playing games, or are we on the same vibe? What's going on? Are they attracted to me? Yes. All right. But there could be a lot going on. They could be dealing with some of their own shit that keeps coming around and around. But obviously they are thinking about you, and you are the shiniest one in the sky. All right. And I'm seeing twin flame, and I'm seeing a new and exciting opportunity coming in for the two of you. First steps onto a new path. So your Scorpio may be doing a lot of growing. They may have been learning some life lessons. Maybe something finally hit them and they're like, all right, I learned my lesson. Let's move on. But I'm very attracted to you, and you have a new energy here, and the possibilities look really good between you and a Scorpio. Sagittarius, the Lovers, right? So Sag is, you are the star, right? Look at this. You know, you are the one I desire, and I've got the High Priestess. So they're lurking. You got a Sagittarius spying on you, keeping tabs, right? It's very challenging, but they know they need to take action. They're very jealous and possessive as well, too. So a Sagittarius may be watching everything you're doing. You might get a lot of attention. Maybe you are in the limelight, or you just are very, you know, social media, whatever, you're always on. This person here is looking at you, might even be thinking that, you know, you're into somebody else, or what if, but they may have disappointed you in the past, right? But it looks like they're doing the work, and this time they're going to break through some old patterns and hopefully heal this connection with you. Right now, I do see a little bit of silence, so they're kind of keeping tabs, right? So let's hope they break the silence here with this Lovers card. Capricorn, we have Two of Cups, we have Three of Pentacles, and we have the King of Wands. Capricorn coming in on fire. Cap's like, look, I feel you. I feel comfortable. All right. Destiny may have taken you down different paths in the past, but it looks like you're reconciling. And we have the Moon card. So feelings never diminished. You're going through another cycle. You may be dealing with a Capricorn that has a past, all right? Or one of you keep repeating the past, or something from your past has come up, and that's what's caused some sort of break in the relationship. But we're seeing here reconciliation, and you're the one that I want to connect with, right? You have a King of Wands stepping up. Aquarius, Nine of Cups, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Hierophant. So Aquarius is serious about making this real with you. I love you. All right. So there's no question about it. Surrender and go with the flow, Libra. Let go, move on, move forward. Let fate take its course. All right. It's a time to just see where things go. The Nine of Cups is saying Aquarius feels very happy, satisfied with you. It's very attracted to you. Seems like there's a lot of potential in this relationship for it to level up. Pisces, Queen of Swords, you clearly are on their mind. The Eight of Wands, and we have the World card. So you have a Pisces traveling to you pretty quick. I wish I could take back what I said. Things may have gotten out of hand. I may have been, you know, we may have gotten in a fight with that Eight of Wands. You know, things just moved too fast, or I moved on too fast. But I'm seeing another opportunity, an open door, a collaboration coming in, and something is developing between you and a Pisces. They're not happy with how things are. They don't want to leave it finalized or leave it the way it is. All right, so a new chapter coming in with your Pisces. Let's see a yes or a no. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the reading. Get your question ready, and let's pull out the yes or no for Libra. And I will be live next with Scorpio. If you guys just come and hang out, that'd be great. All right, you got a yes, right? Page of Wands. But you got the Five of Swords showing up here. And it's funny because they both came out. And that Five of Swords was showing up in your main reading as a lot of conflict, reading into stuff too deeply. All right, the Page of Wands is showing Saturn energy too, Sagittarius, and a yes. And it's showing communication coming in, but it's also showing that there's discipline and lessons to be learned, all right? I love you guys. I will see you soon. Make sure to hit the like and also comment. Happy birthday, Leo, if you want to win a personal reading. Take care, guys.